Welcome back to the camp. So we're not actually in a state that is lucky enough to have liquor available at our Costco stores, but we are lucky enough to be within a reasonable driving distance to one that is. If you've never been to a Costco liquor store, they have a fairly small selection, but they have a lot of great liquors in it. And one of the ones that they have that they are very well known for is their Kirkland Signature brand liquors. They have a Canadian whiskey, a vodka, a French and American vodka, I think even, scotches, tequilas, and most of them are pretty fabulous. There is a ton of speculation though on who actually makes the Kirkland Signature brand liquors. For instance, there's rumors out there that Grey Goose made their French vodka. Grey Goose has denied that, so we know that's not true, but from what I can tell, it's made in the same region of France and with even the same water source, so you can see how that rumor got started. There's another rumor out there that their American vodka is made by Tito's. Also not true, because from what I can tell, the same distiller that makes the house brands for Kroger and Safeway is actually the one that distills for Kirkland Signature American vodka. So there's a ton of speculations and you can go down some pretty big wormholes, which is kind of fun, let's be honest, but for the sake of this video,
balance will be preserved. The wormhole closes in 40 seconds.
I'm focusing on their Canadian whiskey, which a lot of people consider to be the exact same as Crown Royal. From what I could gather on the internet, from some fairly reliable sources, Kirkland Signature Canadian Whiskey is actually distilled in the same distillery that Crown is distilled in Manitoba, Canada, and it's a distillery called Gimli. However, there's nothing official of whether or not it's the actual whiskey that Crown uses or if they're just trying to mimic Crown. Seems like splitting hairs to me, but we're here to find out whether or not they taste the same. So let's see if I can tell a difference between the two. Yeah, that's that good old Crown. I smell the vanilla in there for sure, really vanilla forward. Got that good aged whiskey, that oaky smell to it. What can you say about Crown? I love this stuff and I have for a very long time. Oh yeah, that's some good Crown. Now, let's try the Costco Crown and see if there's any difference. So on the nose, it just has a little bit of a different smell to it. It's got a little bit more of the oak coming through and a little bit less of the sweetness. On the flavor though, there is not a ton of difference. It's got that easy to drink, lower proof, aged whiskey flavor to it. There's some vanilla in it. I think the oak is a little bit more forward than it is on the Crown. Feels a little bit less sweet. But man, it is really similar. There is not a ton of difference between the two. Since they're so similar, I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I don't normally compare them like this, but I'm gonna try to taste these one right after the other and see immediately if there's any difference. I feel like the Crown comes off a little bit sweeter because it has a little bit more of that vanilla flavor in it. As far as it being the exact same, there are some minute differences, so I don't think it's the exact same whiskey, but man, they are close. And I can totally see why this is being called Costco Crown.
That's all I needed to know.
So the main differences between these two, in my opinion, is the cost. The Kirkland Signature Canadian Whiskey is about half the price as you would get a handle of Crown. However, it is a little bit harder to find because Costco does not sell liquor in every state, and sometimes you're not lucky enough to be near one. If you are, this is definitely the better price. Thanks for joining me today, and please remember to always drink responsibly and do me a really huge favor and go check out our other whiskey reviews right over there.